Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. Please, if you are just joining, you hit your share button. Please make sure you subscribe. If you're watching on YouTube, you hit the follow button and like button. If you're watching through Facebook, thank you very much. This is your host, Comrade Chris Misodi, for your favorite show, The Political Lab. Thank you for watching. Today we're gonna talk about the commentaries from different areas about the successful launch of the Cameroon, Southern Cameroon diplomatic house. So we're gonna be bringing you much about that, and so thank you for watching, and please share as you join. Share as you join, please. Those just come watching on Facebook, please let's share and share. So today we have most of it from the diplomatic win that we have. We also hear from what Tibonagi said. We hear from what their opinion about the successful launch of the Ambazonian diplomatic mission, and we'll be talking about that. Okay, so so please just hit the share button, hit your share button while you let's go through, and as you join, those people joining through Facebook, please hit the share button. Hit the share button as you join, please. Let's populate. Okay, let's go through and hit. Well, let's hit it and let's populate, and let's make it. Let's do it. Go. Let's share and share. Ladies and gentlemen, let's share so that we have a full house. All right, let's share and share. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, let's make it let's share to everybody so that we can populate the house and make it. Okay, we have a wonderful show today. We're going to be having a wonderful show today, and please hit your share button. Hit your share button as you join. Hit it. Let's do it. Yeah, we have a lot of discussions today. We're going to talk about the win, the diplomatic commentaries made from different quarters. We're going to be talking about other issues coming from this struggle. We're going to be talking about the fuel shortage in La République du Cameroon. As we all know, La République has been suffering from economic sabotage. Fuel is no more coming from Ambazonia, Southern Cameroon. So there's a lot of fuel shortages in La République currently, and we're gonna be talking about that. Okay, we also gonna be mentioning other issues arising from the struggle, but we have to celebrate what we just had, a successful diplomatic launch of Ambazonian House, which is very important, and we're gonna talk about that at length because it's very important. It's a very successful win for the people of Ambazonia, and we are very proud of that, of this achievement done by the interim government, and we are happy that a lot of people were very happy. The ambiance was huge. We had a lot of different opinions coming from that event, but we are grateful that all in all, a lot of those who attended and those who watched the event Ambazonia there was a sigh of relief. Okay, there was a sigh of relief when most of those who attended came back with a smile. That is a very important thing. You see, the cutting of the ribbon. That is it. That is the cutting of the ribbon by President Chris Ano there. That was in Washington, D.C. last Saturday. And it's a very, very, very important event. And we all have to be glad that we are now in the era of talking real diplomacy. Okay. We now know where to invite countries, where to invite ambassadors, where to invite the diplomatic corps, how to talk to them, how we can discuss about Ambazonia. Okay, we were faced with the difficulties within the first 7 years because La Republique used his diplomatic power to impose certain stuff on us, and we did not know that we can use different diplomatic arena to fight against that. Okay, with that, comrade in arms, Comrade Chris Ano, wrote this to the people. Okay, he said, "Dear Ambazonians, as we stand at a critical juncture in our struggle for freedom and independence, I am compelled to reach out to you to appeal for reason to prevail. Over the weekend, we launched a significant milestone in our quest for international recognition and support by establishing a diplomatic mission in Washington, D.C. We now have a permanent location at 600 Massachusetts Avenue, from which we will tirelessly serve the interests of Ambazonia." It continues. It says, "Let me repeat unequivocally that this mission is dedicated to serving the cause of Ambazonia, not any particular group or faction. It is a beacon of hope and a symbol of our unwavering commitment to securing a better future for our people. However, it has come to my attention that there is some created skepticism circulating on social media regarding the authenticity and purpose of our diplomatic mission. I understand that there are concerns about the appellation and designation of the mission, but I urge you to consider the source of these doubts. Much of this skepticism stems from individuals who are vested in their own agendas and will prefer to see this crucial development unfold through their own channels. Some have even gone so far as criticize us for taking steps to formalize the interim government, yet hypocritically followed suit only weeks later. This behavior is both disheartening and counterproductive, right? That's Comrade Chris is saying that. This is from Comrade Chris. The truth is that we are now faced with the task of rectifying the missteps and missed opportunities of the past. For over 5 years, certain individuals have the means and resources to undertake what we are now endeavoring to accomplish. They failed to act, squandered precious time and resources, and now seek to impede our progress with unproductive and irrelevant exchanges. We must not allow ourselves to be dragged into their mire of negativity and obstructionism. As we enter the 8th year of this protracted conflict, it is abundantly clear that grumbling, criticizing, and attacking one another will not lead us to victory. We must not succumb to the distraction posed by those who seek to sow discord within our ranks. We must not emulate the biblical Tobias and Sambalat, whose sole purpose was to undermine and obstruct the righteous cause of rebuilding Jerusalem. Our focus must be unwavering. Okay? We are resolute in our determination to forge ahead with purpose and clarity of vision. We owe no explanation to distractors and saboteurs who wish for our failure. We have no time for their negativity. The path before us is clear, and we are steadfast in our commitment to it. You, our fellow Ambazonians, have a simple choice: to believe in our mission or to dismiss it. We urge you to choose wisely. To those who have placed their trust in my leadership and in our collective vision, I implore you to remain focused. Our actions and achievements will speak for themselves. We have meticulously crafted a plan that encompasses both strategic diplomacy and the reclamation of our territories. This is our singular focus. Let us not be swayed. Let us not be swayed by the discord and doubt sown by those who seek to undermine our cause. Let us stand together, resolute and unwavering. Our work will vindicate us with a surgical and precise plan to win the war. We are steadfast in our commitment to securing the future of Ambazonia. Thank you, Comrade Chris in Arms, Chris Ano there. Thank you very much. So that was Comrade in Arms, okay, and he was saying he wrote this to thank those who were there, to thank those who were present in the event, to also say that he was very grateful with the turnout during this wonderful occasion that had a wonderful turnout, and he's very grateful with those who came. Okay, we're gonna be coming back after this musical break. Okay.
United we stand, oh, divided we fall. Unity is strength, oh. United we stand, oh. United we stand, oh. Divided we fall. Unity is strength, oh. United we stand, oh. Oh.
United we stand, oh. Divided we fall. Unity is strength, oh. United we stand, oh. United we stand, oh. Divided we fall. Unity is strength, oh. United we stand, oh.
My dear brothers, let's come together. Two cannot walk unless they agree. My dear brothers, let's come together. Peace cannot reign unless there is love. Oh, my dear sisters, let us stand united. Hold hands together, help one another. United we stand, divided we all shall fall. United we stand, divided we all shall fall.
Laissez le monde s'unir et relever ensemble.
United we stand, divided we all shall fall.
Where's the better way? I was again tattoo.
United we stand, divided we all shall fall. United we stand, divided we all shall fall.
Thank you for that piece. Thank you for that piece. We're gonna bring some excerpt from first we have that from Comrade Bohabet. Comrade Bohabet, who is the chairman of the group, one of the groups in the struggle. He mentioned that Comrade Chris, this is what he wrote. He said, Comrade Chris Ano and I disagree on several issues, but he speaks for all true Ambazonians when he writes, "We owe no explanation to detractors and saboteurs who wish for our failure. You, our fellow Ambazonians, have a simple choice: to believe in our mission to restore the independence of Southern Cameroon or to dismiss it. We urge you to choose wisely. The wise choice, as Comrade Chris had, is for all of us to remain steadfast in our commitment to securing the future of Ambazonia. That was coming from Comrade Bo Harbert. Comrade Bo Harbert is chairman of one of the groups, the Ambazonian leaders. And we also have different comments. But the one that struck us much was coming from Ambassador Thibaut Naj. We all know Ambassador Thibaut Naj, right? He has been there with us from time immemorial, right? To fight for us diplomatically. He's been there to nail to help us in most of the efforts, right? And most of the time, when we have people like Ambassador Thibaut Naj, this is what he said, okay? He said, congrats to members of Southern Cameroon, Ambazonia community for inaugurating a Washington, D.C. embassy. While aspirational, it may become de facto once there is an on-the-ground referendum on what the people want. Meanwhile, the unjustified suffering goes on. That was coming from Thibaut Naj. I hope you understand, right? He is very, this is the former U.S. ambassador, under secretary for African Affairs, and he is also former ambassador in many countries, including Cameroon. So he is very concerned with this crisis and has been working so hard to help in the diplomatic moves in many other aspects that we are trying to forge ahead in this struggle. So he is not new person to us. He has been on most of the channels and Amazonian channels just to discuss, to explain to us his view about what he think is positive for the struggle. And we all will accept that he has a very strong view about the struggle, all right? Now, we have certain skeptics who are asking certain questions. This one, somebody sent this one to me. He said, number one, has the U.S. government recognized your interim government as the government of the Federal Republic of Ambazonia as the successor state of the former British Southern Cameroon? That's another question. Another one said, is the office in DC registered as a non-profit, a non-governmental organization, or it is registered as a diplomatic mission of a foreign country? The other question is, has the U.S. Justice Department accredited the Federal Republic of Ambazonia as a foreign governmental organization? Then the other question, the last one is the office in DC an Ambazonian embassy referring to the Abbott Place Office of Foreign Diplomatic Mission? So we have these questions that people are sending. The first one, has the U.S. government recognized the interim government as the Federal Republic of Ambazonia? Yes. Okay. I will say yes and no. Yes, because the U.S. government, we have registered the organization as Ambazonian government, interim government, Federal Republic of Ambazonia. That's what we have done in USA. Okay. And now we are doing all that because we have never done it before. For the past 7 years, the United States registry did not know us as a revolution government. Okay. Yeah, they did not know us like that. So now, through our lobbies, through our partners, through our diplomatic friends, this is what we have done. Okay, so this is not one mistake we might be doing, is that we think that the interim government just does things without consultation. Okay, we consult with other leaders, we consult with other groups, then we consult with other countries that have also fought their revolution. Like Somaliland, we make consultation with Eritreans. We make a lot of other organizations that have fought for their freedom of independence. So we are doing that to make sure that we see what we can take from them. It doesn't mean that we just do what they did. No, we are trying to observe, because our own struggle has its own dimension. So we don't just take everything that they tell us. No, okay. We try our best to make sure that we look at what can better fit our own course. Okay, and that is what we do. Okay, we are not copycatting. No, that's not what we're doing. We are taking what is best for our struggle, and we see what they did for their struggle, then we adapt it that can better fit our own struggle. Okay, we don't have the same historical backgrounds. Each country has their own historical backgrounds, okay, and how they get where they were, right? But we have different history too. So we look at what they did and see how we can adapt it to our own struggle. So a lot of Ambazonians send questions. They'll be asking. The number 2 question is the office in DC registered as a non-profit, non-governmental organization, or is registered as a diplomatic mission for a foreign country? Yes, it's registered as a diplomatic mission. All countries, look, if there are about 195 countries in the world, right? Each country has diplomatic ties with the countries that you are there, and those ties is a win-win relationship. And not if you think that all the 195 countries in the world are going to come and recognize us, oh, we recognize you, lie, because La Republic has its own allies, like France. You think that France will ever recognize us? But when majority come your way, you always have majority recognizing you, okay, as a country. So this is another step, a giant step for America. Some people are surprised that why is America allowing this? We have Ambazonians now under a visa status called TPS, that given by America. You think that America will give you TPS when America don't know that you are in a crisis? Ukraine and Southern Cameroon and Cameroon, they were giving this status the same time. Ukraine and Ambazonia. So America is giving us that status. They extended it to 18 months. Why? They know that we are under crisis. They know America is the only country that has passed more bills, even more than any other country, about our crisis. We just heard the EU did his, right? The EU just did another bill about the crisis, condemning La Republic of their atrocities against the Ambazonian people. So people are just asking this is the work of consultation. The lobby that we hired, we are still working with the lobby. This lobby has more than 30 years of experience. It's not any kind of lobby you just go and pick around. And no, this lobby is a lobby that even the American government has used. American government has worked with. So it's not anybody you just pick around and So what they are telling us and what information they give us is very, very vital to our struggle. Okay, and we are moving towards a different level of the struggle now, where we'll be talking with diplomats, we'll be having series of discussions, and those things are the level that we are at. Okay, what we have done is the right thing. Some other groups are going to do the same thing and do it. That's not how we are going to build a country. We have to appreciate what other people are doing, so that when we come together, we can have a strong voice. Okay, it's about the voice. It's about the strength of the Amazonian people, the strength of this Amazonian delegation, how we can go in that delegation and meet these diplomats, talk to them. Okay, it's not about you going to, when we register this, our diplomatic mission, and other people to go and register. That's copycat. We are not copycatting yet. We are doing real democracy, real diplomacy. Okay, Another question was, has the U.S. Department of Justice accredited the Federal Republic of Ambazonia as a foreign governmental organization? Of course, yes. The way diplomacy work, if you think that because countries have their relationship with other countries, they don't want to soil their relationship. Like they just openly come, Ambazonian people come and rent, get a place for your embassy or your diplomatic mission, come and take it. They don't do like that. The lobbies are the one doing those things. But the American government will not come and say that openly because they have ties with Cameroon. They have many years of ties with Cameroon. Okay, so those things are things that you have to take into consideration, so that when you go into deep, you see how it works. Okay. Another one is the office in DC in an Ambazonian embassy referring to the abode place of place. You see, people are very carried away with these appellations. Okay, this is Tibonagi. Tibonagi is former American ambassador to Cameroon, and he is also American Under Secretary of State for African Affairs. It means that he was the one in charge of all Africa. This is what he wrote. He is not writing because he want to call. That's what he said. Washington Embassy, inauguration of a Ambazonian Washington Embassy. He is not saying that because he want to cajole us, or he knows what, because he has worked in an embassy. He has worked in an embassy. So why are we carried away with the appellation? This is a former ambassador of America. It's not any kind of person calling it embassy. We don't want to call it embassy. Only us who want to shoot ourselves on the Lego. Only our own people. They are the one arguing. These are diplomats already congratulating us. All our own people. Oh, why did you call it this name? How you register this name? You did not register this one. Oh my gosh! Something that we have not done for the past 7 years. Now, Comrade Chris is doing it. It's a problem. It's a problem. And they are not doing it all, but they are only there to argue about it. We Ambazonians are our own problem. Our own problem. We have to change that mindset. Let's see this. You see, La Republique is going down the drain. Okay, La Republique is going down the drain. We have seen a lot of issues happening, and a lot of people don't understand why these things are happening. Right? We'll talk about this. They will come back.
These are villagers of Koba in Konye subdivision. On Friday, they marched to the office of the senior divisional officer of Meme, protesting that the divisional officer of Konye, Atta Moses Ndiep, has been using his office to impose somebody as chief of Koba. On their placards, they express worries against their divisional officer.
So it disturbs the peace for Koba, for chief. Every time we suffer, Mr. Mbele Smith, he suffer all the time.
At the SDO's office, the first assistant senior divisional officer for Meme attended to them and said their worries will be tabled at the appropriate quarters and that the process of selecting their king will be communicated to them. The people say they have a lot of challenges with the absence of a chief in Koba community.
This aspect that the GO for Konye is imposing us a candidate who is not the choice of the people. And because of this, we are not accepting this candidate. So that is why we are here today to tell the SDO to come back to our issue and resolve it once and for all. And to even tell the GO for Konye that let him listen to us. The village is our village. We know our culture more than him. We are those who make the choice and present to him, not him making the choice and present to us. It has never happened that way.
They went on to denounce the Dio's choice, Mbele Smith, stating that Francis Bolo is the choice of the people and that Mbele Smith was chosen by the divisional officer of Konye and imposed on the people without any consultative talks.
Na Dio for Konye, na Iputi, no be we. We are chief na Mr. Bolo Francis, maybe we are chief for Koba. So Mr. Smith will not know it like our chief for Koba.
In several occasions, the divisional officer of Konye has ordered for the arrest of some kingmakers and title holders of the village.
And he is going on now with that young man, intimidating us, holding people, locking people. I myself, I was locked up in Konye for crimes that I don't even know.
The recent one was the arrest of the cupbearer of that community.
So recently, our cupbearer, who is the Muel Mboka, came to Kumba for his own personal issues. And he was just caught up illegally. I say illegal because...
Yeah, so you just heard in that report there where the colonial DOs and SDOs are trying to replace chiefs. You know, they have gone too far, you know, in trying to destabilize our traditional heritage. Before we had the House of Chiefs, the House of Chiefs with the headquarters in Boya. All chiefs were well respected, were well represented, were voted by their people, you know. Now we see in some villages and these CPDM DOs and these SDOs just go there and choose anybody. And the worst of all is that they choose people that don't have anything to do with the village. And how do you expect the villagers to allow people who are not even part of their village to be the village head? Is that normal? So I'm very happy with these villagers who stood up. They went right to the DO's office, SDO's office in Kumba, and said no, they have had enough of that appointed mayor and appointed DO there. It has just been rampant now that you see things happening there. There's no control. A lot of this happening. Just of recent, you know, we've seen a lot of this happening, and it has just become a new normal. A new normal. And when you see somebody like Bia, when you look at the statistics, look at since the start of this crisis, Bia has not passed in any of those areas. They are in Yaoundé and they are conducting the war in Yaoundé. They are remote controlling the war in Yaoundé. Okay, see, that's it. The last time he went to Douala was 2013. The last time he went to Garoua, 2000. See, look at Betua, 2012. Look, that's a precedent for you. Somebody who is that's what they call the absentee president, you know. And people who oh my God, I see people are there just saying things that are not even necessary, right? When we have our wins, people are there asking their questions and all those things. Okay, look at this guy called Dr. Munzu, the La Republic #1 supporter. Munzu, this is Munzu. Munzu is, listen to Munzu. They will come back.
The objective of the separatists is not to win the war, because I'm sure they themselves must be aware of the fact that, as of course I've been saying to them from the beginning, based on our analysis of their military capability, they don't have what it takes to win the war. They don't have what it takes to win the war. But I suppose their intention is not, or their aspiration is not to win the war. It is, as they themselves continuously say, speaking through their leaders, it is to render the territory ungovernable. by creating panic in the minds of the population. If they attack a locality on a market day, they sow fear into people who will not be looking forward to the next market day for fear that they might be attacked again. If they strike a school, they instill fear into students and teachers and school administrators who would not look forward to going to school. This is terrorism at its most basic. Let's call it that. That's what it is. And so it may well be that the separatists in their strategy have decided that they are going to take their tactics of terrorizing the population, of making life difficult for the population. They are going to take that to the neighboring regions, Francophone regions that are neighboring to the Anglophone regions of the North and Southwest, and obviously the most obvious.
You have heard from the number one black leg of this struggle, right? Now that is Dr. Munzu speaking like that. Okay. Everything that he said was garbage. Garbage. That's a doctor. He doesn't even know what he's speaking. That's why some of them lose respect from us, that we were seeing them like people who are even learned and educated. Okay. At this time of this crisis, this is 7 years. I remember one time this same Dr. Munzu came out and was saying that we are talking about massacre and that genocide has not occurred, that we don't know the definition of genocide. From all this killing that they have been killing our people, this same Munzu said that genocide has not occurred. How this is wishful thinking. This same guy open lies to just to defend the barbaric regime that he's saying there. Then now he's coming to say we don't have what it takes. So these are the people feeding that regime with false allegation. This same Munzu is from Guti. This same Munzu is from Guti, right? Tell him to go to Guti. For how many years is in Yaoundé? This same Munzu, he lives in Yaoundé. Ask the same Munzu. This is the black leg Simon Munzu. If he said Ambazonia don't have what it takes to win the war, he should answer the following question, right? Number this one: why did Munzu hurry his mother to Victoria instead of her hometown in Guti? Munzu is from Guti. You saw when that Elon Paul went to that, was lying. If this Munzu is honest, that man, when they say they're gonna tie the road from Guti to Kumba to Bangem to the lies, big lies. We grew up in those areas. I grew up in Kumba. I visited Nyasoso. I visited all those areas. Nyasoso, that area, they had one of the best hospitals there in Manimen. Very good hospital. But because of that road, that hospital has been down. This same man is from Guti. This Dr. Munzu like this. The liar in chief. Propagandist for La Republique will come and be lying. For 7 years, he said we don't have what it takes. Other crises did not last for 7 years. How many years did the Nigerian government defeated the Biafrans? 3 years. 3. We are now on the 7 going to 8 years. Munzu said we don't have what it takes. Oh my God. He cannot even. Number two question is, La Republique, who has what it takes, right, to win the war? Why for 7 good years they are unable to win? Ask Munzu that same question. If La Republique has what it takes, okay, we don't have what it takes. La Republic has what it takes. How 7 good years they have not been able to defeat, right? Let him answer that question. Munzu in 2016, you are not the one who had an hour-long interview with he had an hour-long interview with Comrade Chris Ano, and he said the only way Ambazonia can have independence is to go to war with La Republic. All right, he said that because they said that war is delusional. Okay, now his illusion is to tell us that we are unable to win the war. All right, but now he's calling our people that we are only terrorizing the local population. This is somebody who needs to understand the full meaning of terrorism. The CPDM government has a memorandum. The Betty Bulu government, they said that they want to use that term. They'll be using these people like Munzu to use that term terrorism. That's how, that document is clear there. They'll use that term to, let me bring up that that memorandum that the Betty people are using against us, and Munzu is their #1 play card. Yes, they like people like Munzu because he's the one that is playing to that their nonsense. Okay, he's buying to that their nonsense. Okay, look at this is what they said. They say the Anglophones, right? Let me show you what these people have planned against the Anglophone people. Then Munzu is coming to say this nonsense that we're for the past 7 years. EU, many different organizations, Amnesty International, American government, American Senate, American House, they have condemned the La Republic government because of their act of terrorism, the abuse of human rights in Ambazonia, the genocide, killings, scorched earth policy going on. This guy cannot mention that there. He has never mentioned, he has never accused the military of genocide. Even the recent one that happened, in Manfe, near his hometown Guti, he cannot mention that one. There is carry this is own talk about terrorism. There is it. Let me see. Look. That's a list of things that the Betty CPDM government is planning to do to our people. This guy who is a slave master, who is helping these people, will never mention this, right? Look, that's it. About these Anglophones, they call us Anglophone, right? He said, we know they don't want secession, but to win big, we'll have to accuse them of separation and terrorism. That's the first sentence there. This is a plan that the Betty Bulu people has, that they want to put it on us. Okay, they want to blame us of terrorism, and that's the playbook that Munzu is saying here now. Okay, that's exactly what Munzu is doing. So they'll use our own people to come and accuse us of terrorism, whereas their military are the one going to our villages to kill our people. They are the terrorists. Who is a terrorist? Munzu should answer this question. Okay. Now, another one, they said this is about the Anglophone. They call us Anglophones, Ambazonian. This is how this government want to treat the Ambazonian people. I'll read everything. Number 2, we must do everything to ensure that their sense of rigor is perceived as leftism and ridiculed by other citizens. This is what Munzu is doing. They'll send our own people to come and condemn us and say what we are doing is useless. It has no vision, no sense, right? This is just the playbook that Munzu is doing. This is what the Bulu Betty government of CPDM has written. They wrote this. This is a sacred document, very sacred document that was discovered. 3, There are agreements between France and England by which the latter announce all historical claim to English. Okay, renounce. It means that they say that the England renounce any involvement. But you see today, La République was so smart. They have about two companies from England or the United Kingdom that they rush to sign deal with them, so that they will entangle them between supporting the crisis, and those companies now will find themselves trying to defend La République on this crisis. That's why you have companies that have signed with Sonara, CDC. They have a lot of companies that are British companies. That's why Britain now, you saw one lady who was talking about that, right? That lady in the British House of Commons, she was saying that these British companies have gone and signed this agreement with the Cameroon government, whereas they have to first look at the human rights record of Cameroon first. They can't just rush and sign deals because they are British companies. But the human rights record of the English-speaking people of Ambazonia is so bad. All right? That is what they are saying here. I'll read all. Okay? Another one, they say, an other agreement will have been made between French-speaking Cameroon and France to ensure that no English-speaking will ever become president of that country. I want Dr. Munzu to listen to this. This is a pact that these Betty Bolo people have made. They have one for Bamileke, they have one for Hausa, they have one for Anglophones, they have one for Basan. So this is a pact listen, English speaker will never become president. You saw what Frundi won, right? Never. Even Frundi went up and down. Never. I'm just laughing to those people who are still doing that nonsense, that SDF and all those things, you know. Then this one, it was this in mind that Frundi's victory, this number 7, was hijacked in 1992. This is what they write. This is what they wrote in this secret document. This document was hacked. Okay, without England having anything to say about it. Okay. These people are very smart. Another one, they say, however, the fear of Anglophone revenge is not entirely insignificant. So they are doing all this. They know that Anglophones are going to revenge. And what they are doing to us is what has been planned that they should do to us. So we should know that this Munzu is going to, I hope Munzu is, send this video to Munzu. Another one, they say, Anglophones complain of their marginalization, but with the support of France, the threat is less. So you see, France is the #1 defender of these people. For all the killings since 2016 till today, they have not prosecuted one single military or government officials that assigned the killing of our people. The scorched earth, the genocide going on, no one single government official have been charged. That is what France is doing to help to enable this environment where the military can kill, then no one is charged or prosecuted. Another one, beside, God has destroyed the human race several times in order to rebuild it. So in this war, this is about this crisis waged by our political party against Anglophones. The number of deaths should not count. You listen. I think Munzu should be listening to this. They said they can kill as many of Anglophone or Ambazonians. It doesn't count to them because we are another race. We are not of this race. That's what they are saying. Okay. We must avoid any form of pity for Anglophones on the part of Francophones. It means that our life don't matter. Ambazonian life don't matter to them. Okay, you saw the both treatment between Wazizi and our Ambazonian journalist that was killed, the same like Martinez Zogo, right? You saw the reaction. Nobody reacted for Wazizi, right? Till today, they have not prosecuted anybody. See the reaction for Martinez Zogo. You can compare both and ask yourself, what was different? Martinez Zogo was a journalist of the Yaoundé Beti Bolo clan, right? Wazizi is our own Ambazonian journalist. He was killed until today. We have not seen the corpses of Wazizi. But how many people have stood up? For Martinez Zogo's case, the chiefs of the Beti Bulu came out. They said the poor libation, that anybody that did that will go in for it. The government was shaking. The government had to send many people to jail because of that. So our life don't matter to them. They don't even count how many people have passed away in this crisis. Okay, that's what we are talking about. Listen, this is what this is about us. Listen, they said we must avoid any form of pity for Anglophones on the part of Francophones. They don't care about us. Next, I hope Munzu is listening to this, because this Munzu, when he come up and be saying this thing, it's really baffling, because he knows all these things that these people are planning against the Anglophone people or Ambazonian people. They will come there and be lying, saying things that are not even necessary. Take a listen. He said, like the Bamele case, Anglophones must be suspects in the eyes of every Francophone. It means that they look us like Bamele case. They suspect all the Bamele case. Okay. Remember when up till now there are many Bamele case in jail because of this MRC, this Camptos party, where they had that protest. They are in jail till today. So they hate Bamileke like they hate us Amazonians. That is their modus operandi. Another one, they say the element of English culture among Anglophones must disappear. I hope you know that. That's why what they have been trying to do for the past years, especially in the Northwest. This is their plan. They want to make sure that they'll bring in those French teachers, French judges, and French lawyers to come and infiltrate those things so that they just make it disappear. But it is really strange, because Guinea, Niger, Burkina Faso have rejected French. So what is the essence of French? Many countries have changed their language. They don't want French because French has no benefit for them. The business language is English. The word, okay. Another one, they said Anglophones in the Northwest are essentially Bamilekes, while those in the Southwest are Sawa and others. But we must prevent them from realizing this. Lies. There is no connection between the Bamilekes and the Ambazonians. That's all lies. We have a different history. We don't have the same history, and so they should not say that we have a similar history. And okay, that is not true. Yes, the Ambazonian must prepare to secure their boundaries when the civil war takes root. Remember, the civil war is coming there, so they should not say we have similar life with Bamileke, and then they say this, the Sawa people, the Saudis people have similar history with the Sawa, the Doualas. Lies. Okay, Ambazonians, this Beti Bolo gets known by the Bamilekes and Nordis, it's all the more prominent that an imminent civil war looms, right? Imminent civil war looms around the corner as the BR transition will take place. So that's why we're telling our people, get ready. Those people who are going to buy land in that area there, know that if you're Ambazonian, buy a land in Ambazonia. Don't go and invest in people's land that the civil war that will happen in that country. My God, we don't even know how long, but that is what is going to happen, because the Nordis are ready, the Bamilekes are ready to fight against these Beti Bolo people. So if you are in that country there, you are hoping that you're gonna be having your own that's your problem. But don't go and invest in those countries. Don't go and invest in those people's land. Okay? Don't do it, because the civil war that is coming in that country, it will be helele, na helele. Another one, they say Anglophones in Norwest are essentially Bamilekes, while those in Southwest are Sawa and others. And they say, okay, they say, but we must prevent them from realizing this. Fake, it's a lie. Indeed, if the Anglophones of the Northwest become aware that they are Bamileke, their superiority could seriously harm us. You see, this is all lies. Okay, we don't have the same story and the same history, okay, with these people. They are just trying to feel as if we have the same history or the same background. No. It's a lie. We don't have that same history. We don't have that same background with them, okay? Ambazonia remain Ambazonia, okay? We don't have that. So they should know that, okay? And if you think that that country will not go to civil war, listen to this guy who is a francophone guy. He's saying that they should be very ready for that.
Le gang d'étudier ne cessera de m'étonner. Voilà comment on voit les ministres déménager comme les bandits de grand chemin parce qu'ils savent que 2025 a déjà sonné et qu'ils seront tous aux arrêts. Nous constatons que certains continuent à faire le trafic d'influence, comme ceux qui m'écrivent et ceux qui me menacent.
So he's saying that he's saying that
ma famille comme si
they're gonna arrest most of this, that all those ministers, La Republic ministers will be arrested. That the next election, the next normal election, is 7 years. So the next one is in 2025. So he's saying that those ministers should get ready. It'll be terrible. It will be terrible. So anybody going to do that, going to invest there, should be very careful, because it will not be easy. Okay, let's continue listening.
Qu'on tuait dans les régions anglophones n'étaient pas les familles des autres. Moi, je le rappelle que 2025, personne ne va échapper à la justice militaire au Cameroun. Et que personne ne va échapper à la justice
the killing that is happening
au Cameroun.
in southern Cameroon.
Ne va échapper à ce que le peuple
So
va enfin décider.
that all those leaders will not run away from the justice. That even though they are killing in Ambazonia, they should know that those military officials will be judged.
Moi, je le rappelle ici, le commandant de forces révolutionnaires camerounaises, Ramon Kota, I love my Cameroon for life. Nous avons décidé de faire la chasse à l'homme, de traquer les bandits de la République, comme les Tangandi, les Ferdinand Gongo, les Yolo
That we are going to track all the bandits in the government. That all those people from Ferdinand Gongo, Ayolo Samuel, all those criminals in the government will be tracked. So the government of Cameroon should know that anything that is happening today, they have 2025 to pay for it.
Aux futures générations, nous avons pris conscience et nous savons, en tant que Camerounais, que nous devrons mettre fin à ces manipulations. Donc certains pensent qu'ils sont super Camerounais, d'autres vont même juste penser qu'ils sont hyper Camerounais, alors que nous avons, ils doivent être aux arrêts. Ces hommes.
That they have to arrest all those criminals in government who are causing the war in Ambazonia and killing a lot of people there, and even their own military. This guy is a military. So he is saying as a military that they have had enough, and he's saying that all those people, all those ministers, they know them that are causing this war. They are going to make sure that they face them heads on. He is saying that they know all those people who are causing the war, and he said that they know how they're going to track them down in 2025. That all these people are going to pay for it. Okay, they want that. They are fighting for the future generation. Okay, so this is a country you want to go and invest. There will be a bloody war.
Le camerounaises et ceux qui passent leur temps à menacer et qui sont là pour faire le trafic d'influence sur les réseaux sociaux ou encore pour appeler la diaspora camerounaise et pour manipuler la diaspora camerounaise, parce que nous le savons. Alors ici, nous disons, en 2025, chacun va répondre de ses actes, parce que la vraie justice va
that those people, that the diaspora, the diasporans know all their manipulation, that they will not go free.
La libération de tous les détenus politiques.
They said that the money that they are using to fight this war against the Ambazonians, this money is the taxpayers' money, and they are going to track all these people who are causing this war. And man, you see, so this is going gradually. We just have 2 more years to see the consequences of this, and you're gonna understand why we are saying that. Be very careful. If you are an Ambazonian, don't go and invest in La Republique. Don't buy that land there. Go and build. If you want to build a house in Limbe, build a house in Mamenda, build a house in Kumba, build a house in Boya. Buy a land in Ambazonia. Don't go and lose your money there, because when this war will start, when the war will start there in that crisis there, most Ambazonians will rush this way. Most like people will rush to Ambazonia to ask for shelter. Remember, the same thing happened when they were fighting. The same thing happened when they were fighting during the time of the Maquisard, where they had that crisis in La République. Okay, and the funny thing is that during that period, most of these Bamilekes were running to come and take shelter in Ambazonia. That's why today, most of our areas, the Bamileke people have huge investments. They have lands, and also during the Nigerian Biafra war, most of the Biafrans were running to come and hide in Ambazonia. So we've had a huge community of both Nigerian Biafrans and Cameroon Bamilekes. That influx came in, and also the Basas who came in during that time that they had their crisis. So Ambazonians have been very welcoming to these people, but we are telling them, anybody that is supporting La Republique to kill our people, we will not welcome them all when that crisis started there. We hear that the Bamileke are supporting Moja. The Bamileke contribute money to buy. The Bamileke people, you should be very careful. We welcome you peacefully as a people. We have even friends who are Bamilekes. Please take your hand off this crisis. Don't support these people to kill our people. Because when we see that, you are putting yourself in a harm's way, because the Bamileke people have been welcome in our area. In all our area, we have Bamileke Street. We have Igbo Quarters. Those are names of those streets. Only the Igbo people will live there. We have Bamileke Street. We have Meta Quarter. We have all those kind of names that are people. We welcome everybody in Amazonia, right? We have Hausa Quarters, right? We have all those things because we welcome every tribe, every people. We don't care. But La Republic people should be careful not to get involved in this crisis in terms of supporting what the government is doing, because you see the document that I just read. That document, Bamileke has their own like that. The Bulu people has plan against Hausa, Bamileke, and Ambazonians. They call us Anglophones, but they have plans. So if you people think that you support that regime to suppress us, know that your own is coming, because it will not be easy. The Beti Bulu people will not leave that power that easy. My God. They already have 2 camps in the Beti Bulu there. You have the Ngongo camp, and you have the other camp, which is a Frank Bia camp. You have the Louis Paul Motaze. So they have two camps there that they are fighting for power. That's why I heard Kavaye Yege, a whole speaker, third in command is the speaker of the assembly. He's crying. He said that for the past 3 years, he has been looking for means to even see Paul Biya. He has not been granted audience. Imagine the speaker of the assembly cannot even see the president. Then you think that country is moving well. Kavaye Yege is crying. He's saying that this country is the worst country that he has ever seen. Yeah? Crying like a child. Yeah? And that's it. Let me read some of the. He said, la pourriture de ces pays commence par le sommet. It means that the corruption of this country starts from the top. Ce que nous remarquons, c'est la manifestation de la corruption au sommet de l'État. The manifestation of corruption at the head of this, of the country. Le vrai président élu par les Camerounais est porté disparu. That the real president that was elected is no more. Okay, and he said, et a laissé la place aux bandits organisés. This is Kavaye Yegre. This is the current speaker of the assembly saying all this. This is on Twitter. He said, et a laissé la place aux bandes organisées et au clan, Betty clan. Listen, this is a Hausa speaker. Et la succession sera sanglante. Don't forget, succession would be very, very bloody. We have been saying that. Listen. À supposer qu'il ferme les yeux brusquement. À supposer qu'il ferme les yeux brusquement. C'est if Pobia die now. Le pays devient quoi? You see, that's the speaker. He doesn't even know what will happen next. He's even in doubt himself. He said, listen, he said, là, il respire encore. That Pobia is still alive. Okay? Si c'était à l'Assemblée nationale, on créerait sur le tour des toits. Okay? That what is happening in that country, if it was in the National Assembly, they will be shouting just noise. But listen, he said, là, arrivons au niveau des militaires. Okay? That the military is in control. Il aura un moment où il va affecter un général et un autre officier. Ils diront que c'est un fake et vous allez voir ce qu'il va arriver. Okay, I have two examples to give you for this one. One, okay, this thing means that that will be time that they will maybe appoint or dismiss a military officer or a general. The military officer will refuse to accept, right? And that's true. Okay, two examples. One, when the Prime Minister, La Republic Prime Minister, Djongute, organized the Canada peace talk. Remember, Djongute was the head of that Canada negotiation. He did everything, sent people there, organized that, blah, blah, blah. What happened? The Minister of Communication and his small group there said, no, they don't recognize that Canada talk. Huh? Is that not disgrace to the head of government? John Gute was left speechless. He's the head of government too, but the Minister of Communication has power than him. Yes, the Minister of Communication has power than him. Okay, another example. This Martinez Zongo case. Okay, one member of government, I don't know whether it's wrote that those people who were charged should be released, that they are innocent. The judge of that case wrote another letter saying that no, he is not the one that wrote that is fake. So you see, that is the conflict of the government has started. That is what Kavaye Yege is writing here. And we have already started seeing that in many instances. Okay, another instance where they did not respect the government order is this, when they asked the Secretary General at the presidency, Ngongo, to go, because he had a case that he had to go and face the judge. Ngongo never went. He said he's not respecting that. So there's a clash of, and that's what Kavaye just said. Okay, le pays est fini et pourri. That's what he wrote. Oh, this is not me. That the country is just destroyed and finished. Okay, this is him writing. Quand moi j'ai dit depuis plus de 3 ans, le pays n'est plus gouverné et dirigé, et qu'il est soit sous le pilotage automatique, soit abandonné entre les mains des petits voyous, des bandits et des grands chemins et voleurs. Person ne me croit pas. Since for the past 3 years, he has been crying. This Kavaye Yege. See, he's telling them that this country is no more ruled by normal people. It's ruled by thieves, corrupt people, bandits, and nobody believes him. This is a speaker of the National Assembly crying like this. Oh, imagine. Third in command. It means that if Pobia died today, the next in command will be the head of the Senate. The next will be the head of the Palace. So he's the third who can take over power, lawfully speaking. But he's the one crying. It means that he doesn't have any power anymore. He's powerless. He's crying. Then you say that oh my God. Listen to this. He said, d'où vient-il que des choses ainsi qui passent dans un pays gouverné et dirigé? Même au temps de Bougeba en Tunisie, on n'avait jamais atteint ce niveau de pourriture et de décomposition de la vie en Tunisie. Nous sommes atteints vraiment le fond. He's giving an example of Tunisia. Okay, there was one time there was a president in Tunisia that that was too old. He was there for too long, and the president was there, and they will be telling him that you are still in power. Then he will, sometimes they'll come and be reminding him every year that you are the one still in power. He will be looking like as a fool. That's how the country has become. So Pobia now, nobody wants audience for Pobia anymore, because they don't want the world or Cameroonians to understand the health, how mentally deranged Pobia is. So they're hiding him. This is the speaker. He cannot even see the president. Oh my God. Ambazonians. These people, when they support this nonsense for Yaoundé, una tell Munzu them, these federalists and these people, say we no get no space, we no get no say for that country again. Oh. Make them know if you say we'll get something for them, what we do for that country again. We have no say there. Please don't go and be wasting your time there trying to help the Betty Bulu clan go back to government and put Frank Biya there. Once Frank Biya come back, Frank Biya is just continuing what the father is doing. You think that Frank Biya will change? Even Kamto was saying, right? So please, for the sake of Ambazonian, please, these federalists, these black leg people, anything you are, please leave Ambazonians alone. That's our message. Leave us alone. We are gone. We have our new embassy. We have our diplomatic mission. We'll be carrying out our activity with diplomats. We'll be doing our things to sensitize the world, have our meetings. Countries, not every country is going to recognize us. We know that. Okay? It's not easy. There are 195 countries in the world. Not all is going to recognize us. Even when we were granted independence, we had only 64 countries that voted for our independence. About the rest, 20 did not grant us independence. Okay? So we don't expect all countries to recognize us. No. The few countries that can recognize us, if America can allow us to register our country as a federal republic, and allow us to have an embassy. Not terrorist countries don't have embassy. Go and tell Munzu. Go and tell Munzu that America will not allow some organizations like Hamas to have embassy in America. No, one day. Those terrorist organizations will never have even diplomatic mission or whatever in America. They will never allow it. Hamas, Al Qaeda, those terrorist organizations. Tell Munzu that Ambazonia is a recognized organization that are fighting for their peaceful independence. They are fighting for their peaceful recognition. They are fighting for their peaceful restoration of their country. That's all. And every country have come to terms and know that. So if EU just of recent they passed a report on the atrocities committed by La République, but we have our own people who are there instead supporting La République barbaric government. That is how bad some of these people are, like Munzu. Instead of calling those military terrorists, they are calling Ambazonian terrorists. But other countries are not calling us terrorists. So EU just passed it. They passed their report condemning La République government. You saw our two negotiations that did not end well, right? Switzerland and Canada. What happened? La République was the one that ran from there. No country will come and negotiate with you if you are a terrorist organization. No country. Switzerland came. We had almost 2 years where we had the ACT team ACT was going for negotiation with with the HD. La République ran away. Then they went to Canada. La République still ran away. The Canadian government was ready to meet it. Canada government cannot go Canada, and let me tell you, anything that Canada is doing, America is aware of. Anything that Switzerland was doing, the whole EU was aware of. So don't think that if one country come that, oh, okay, let's negotiate, then they have not talked behind. Canada and America are like twins, let me tell you. So if you think that, they went to Canada, America was aware of it. That's why our ambassador, former ambassador Thibon Nagy, will always comment on that. That what they want from Ambazonian leaders is unity and collaboration. That's all. Unity and collaboration. So I hope that we'll learn from that so that we can push this road forward. Let's not engage in irrelevant things. Things are not necessary. We have a bigger fish to fry now. Because why things are happening in La République, we have to focus on our struggle to mobilize ourselves. Because that is the bigger fish that we have to fry now. How to mobilize ourselves and get ready against La République, who will be struggling to settle their matter there of power struggle, and how we're gonna do it our own self and regain our recognition as a country. Thank you for watching, and God bless you. Thank you, and see you in the next episode. Stay blessed and everything. Okay.